Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. If you've ever felt that sharp, nagging pain in your hip every time you take a walk, you know how frustrating it can be. You're trying to stay active and healthy, but your own body seems to be fighting you. Well, you are absolutely not alone, and the good news is there are effective ways to manage and even stop that pain fast. Today we're going to dive deep into the common causes of hip pain during walking, and more importantly, I'll guide you through a practical, step-by-step plan to get you moving comfortably again. So, if you're ready to leave that hip pain in the dust, stick around. First, let's play detective and figure out what might be causing your hip pain. Understanding the why is the first step to finding the right solution. One of the most common culprits is something called hip bursitis. Imagine tiny fluid-filled sacs called bursae that cushion the bones and tendons around your hip. When these get inflamed from overuse or pressure, they can cause a sharp pain on the outside of your hip that gets worse with walking. Another frequent issue is tendinitis, which is the inflammation of the tendons connecting your glute muscles to your hip bone. This often feels like a deep ache. Then there's the big one, osteoarthritis. This is the wear and tear type of arthritis, where the protective cartilage in your hip joint gradually wears down. This can lead to a stiff, aching pain deep within the hip or groin area, especially after you've been sitting for a while and then start walking. We also need to consider muscle imbalances. If the muscles around your hip, like your glutes, hip flexors, or core, are weak or too tight, they can't support the joint properly. This forces other parts to work overtime, leading to strain and pain. It's like a car with misaligned wheels. Eventually, something's going to wear out unevenly. So whether it's bursitis, tendinitis, arthritis, or a muscle issue, pinpointing the likely cause helps us target our approach. Now for the part you've been waiting for, how to stop it fast. When pain strikes, your first instinct should be the RICE method. That stands for rest, ice, compression, and elevation. While compression and elevation can be tricky for the hip, rest and ice are your best friends. Give your hip a break from long walks or strenuous activities for a day or two. This doesn't mean becoming a couch potato, it just means avoiding the specific activity that triggers the pain. Then, apply an ice pack wrapped in a towel to the painful area for 15-20 minutes several times a day. Ice is a fantastic natural anti-inflammatory and can provide surprisingly quick relief by numbing the area and reducing swelling. Once that initial sharp pain has calmed down, we can move on to the real game changer: gentle movement and stretching. It might seem counterintuitive to move a painful joint, but controlled, gentle motion is crucial for healing. It increases blood flow, which brings healing nutrients to the area, and it prevents the joint from getting stiff. We're going to start with a very simple stretch, the knee-to-chest stretch. Lie on your back with your legs straight. Gently pull one knee up toward your chest, holding it with your hands for about 20-30 seconds. You should feel a nice, gentle stretch in your lower back and the front of your hip. Don't pull so hard that it hurts. This is about gentle persuasion, not force. Repeat this 3 times on each side. This helps release tension in the hip flexor and glute muscles, which are often tight in people with hip pain. Next up is a fantastic stretch for the outer hip, targeting the area often affected by bursitis and IT band issues. This is the figure 4 stretch. While still lying on your back, bend both knees with your feet flat on the floor. Now, cross your right ankle over your left knee, creating a figure 4 shape. If this is enough of a stretch, just hold it there. To deepen it, reach through the space between your legs, grab the back of your left thigh, and gently pull it toward you. You should feel a good stretch in your right glute and outer hip. Hold for 20-30 seconds, breathing deeply, and then switch sides. Remember, consistency is key. Doing these simple stretches daily can make a huge difference in your flexibility and pain levels. Now that we've released some tension, let's talk about building strength. Weak muscles are a huge contributor to hip pain because they can't properly stabilize the joint. We'll start with a foundational exercise, the glute bridge. Lie on your back with your knees bent, feet flat on the floor about hip-width apart, and your arms by your sides. Squeeze your glute muscles and lift your hips off the floor until your body forms a straight line from your shoulders to your knees. Hold for a couple of seconds at the top, making sure you're squeezing your glutes and not arching your back. Then slowly lower your hips back down. Aim for 2 to 3 sets of 10 to 15 repetitions. This exercise is amazing because it strengthens your glutes and hamstrings without putting any strain on your hip joint. Another fantastic strengthening exercise is the clamshell. This one specifically targets the gluteus medius, a key muscle on the side of your hip that's crucial for pelvic stability when you walk. Lie on your side with your legs stacked and your knees bent at about a 45-degree angle. Rest your head on your lower arm. Keeping your feet together, engage your core and lift your top knee up as high as you can without rocking your hips back. Think of it like a clamshell opening. Hold for a moment and then slowly lower your knee back down. Do 2 to 3 sets of 15 repetitions on each side. You might feel a burn in your outer hip, and that's good. It means that muscle is working. Beyond specific exercises, let's look at your walking form. How you walk can either help or hurt your hips. A common mistake is overstriding, which is taking steps that are too long. This can create a jarring impact that travels right up to your hip joint. Try to focus on taking shorter, quicker steps. Think about landing with your foot more directly underneath your body, rather than way out in front. This helps your muscles absorb the impact more efficiently. Also, pay attention to your core. Gently engaging your abdominal muscles, as if you're bracing for a light punch, provides stability to your entire torso and pelvis, taking pressure off your hips. Good posture is everything. Walk tall with your shoulders back and your head up. Finally, let's talk about prevention so this pain doesn't become a recurring problem. First, your footwear matters. Worn-out or unsupportive shoes can wreak havoc on your body's alignment, starting from your feet and going all the way up to your hips. Make sure you have well-cushioned shoes that are appropriate for walking. Second, always warm up before your walks. A 5-minute warm-up consisting of gentle movements like leg swings and torso twists can prepare your muscles and joints for the activity ahead. And don't forget to cool down with the stretches we discussed earlier. Third, listen to your body. Don't try to push through sharp pain. It's okay to take a rest day or shorten your walk. Gradual progression is the safest way to build endurance and strength. To sum it all up, when hip pain strikes, start with rest and ice. Then incorporate gentle stretches like the knee to chest and figure 4 to improve flexibility. Build strength with targeted exercises like glute bridges and clamshells to support your hip joint. Pay attention to your walking form, taking shorter steps and engaging your core. And finally, focus on prevention with proper footwear, warm-ups, and by listening to your body's signals. By following these steps, you are taking active control of your health and paving the way for many more miles of pain-free walking. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope these tips provide you with the relief you're looking for. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing to the channel for more content on staying active and pain-free. Drop a comment below to let me know if you've tried any of these techniques or if you have any questions. Stay safe, stay active, and I'll see you in the next video.